Hi, so testing that this camera looks okay. And hi, my name's Naomi of White Sage Healing, and I'm going to tell a little story about one of the offerings that I have, which are soul paintings. And I'm about to do a series of interviews for people who hold these soul paintings and what their journey and what their experience has been. But I will start actually from my testimonial, because very often people know that I paint. I paint usually on the moons. I'll get an urge to paint and I'll paint and I don't know what's coming, and I kind of channel paintings. And they can be quite difficult to channel, and so they're kind of healing in themselves. But when I arrived in Ibiza just under 2 years ago now, the first full moon came, and it was an October moon. I think it was the beginning of October, and I'd arrived on the 28th of September. So I had this real urge to paint, and I painted this. It's hard for you to see. I'll pull it away a little bit because it's a larger painting. Okay. And then when it's closer you can see, because you're getting the lights kind of going through it here. So I painted this and had no idea I had no idea what it was about. And at the time I was in my training with Kelly Morgan, who is an activator of the divine feminine, and I was working with her. And I'd started working with her in LA, and then I arrived here in Ibiza, and it was like a week or two later, and I painted this. And I said to Kelly, "What? Do you know anything about these horns and what horns on the head mean? Because I don't know anything about horns, and they've appeared here. And do you know anything about this staff? And I wonder what rock she's standing on, and so on." And you'll see that everything comes from the eye of the drum, which again, I didn't understand why. And so Kelly advised me to go and read about the Hathors and the Egyptian goddesses. And I learnt, I'm learning, and I went off and I learnt about them. Still learning, and we're always still learning, aren't we? So it was about 18 months ago, and I painted this. And I believe this is Esvedra, which she's standing on. So the energy is Esvedra, and the energy of the land is coming up through her and igniting her. But you'll notice that her staff, which is very much like Poseidon's staff, so an image of the sea, is connected to the land. You'll see that sometimes the staffs don't really touch the land in paintings, but this one's very, very connected to the land. So you're going to see that the energy is coming up, and the eye of the drum that sees all, the drum is the sound, the beat of the heart, the beat of time itself. And then these horns. And then what seems to be around the top is the symbol of the sun. It's held in her aura also. And then what seems to be around that are crystals. And then she's very much got angel wings around her. So I just painted this, and I didn't know anything more about it. And I just keep looking at it from time to time, and I get energy from it. And I usually paint all my women figures are always painted in blue. There's a reason for this. There's a link to, there's 2 or 3 reasons. There's like Blue Madonna, there's various starseed reasons, and so on. But anyway, so this is this painting, and it's been with me for 18 months. And I just continue to go on and keep painting different things. And yes, I work with it, and when I look at her, I do feel like I get energy from her, and she feels like she's almost vibrating and buzzing. And some people who are with my paintings in the room, you see that they feel that they move. They seem to be moving and buzzing. So fast forward 18 months and everything that I've gone through, I now understand what this painting is. So this is who I am now. And the journey that I've undergone to get here hasn't been easy. It's been quite hard here. People think that coming to Ibiza is like, I mean, yeah, it is amazing. And yes, I'm really honoured and happy, and what an amazing journey it is to be here, but it's not always easy, because the energy of Tanit is always cleansing us, and everything which is coming up needs to be cleansed, to be healed. It can be very difficult to work through. So it's not been an easy 18 months. But now I'm like, oh, that's me. And it's not, and I know it's obvious to think that, oh yeah, these paintings are you and so on, but now I actually feel her. So I feel that energy inside of me. And I have gone and undergone a huge journey to get to this place, and I've shed many skins to get here. And now I get her, and now I can act her. So she is the essence of me. She's the essence of who I was to become in 18 months to 2 years time. So now, you see, I've been interviewing people and getting testimonials from people over the last 5 years, and 18 months to 24 months seems to be the land years, the earth years of the transformation that takes place. And that's what I've been getting from other people, and that's what I've been seeing with other people. But actually now I've had the experience. So now I'm understanding, and now I feel much better equipped to explain this work. And this work was gifted to me by Source in California through working to help a friend's little boy who needed some help emotionally at the time. And I came up with the sea guided me to heal the mother, to heal the child. And I sat down. I knew that we could remote heal because I've undergone lots of trainings in various Reikis and hands-on and healing and healing remotely, and I knew it was possible. And my hands picked up crystals and artifacts in my room, and when I hold the crystals, I see like little film reels, if you like, through each crystal, each vortex of what is coming up for that person and how I can help shift it. And once that healing, those clearings have taken place, I am then free to paint for that person. So it seems like there needs to be a set of clearings, and then I forget what I've seen, and then there's an open channel where I paint. And the painting is a soul guide. And I have various testimonials for all of the shifts which have taken place in people's lives, but I can speak of what's happened in my life, which is you're never going to get handheld as to how you're going to get to that next place, right? Because you have to go through the journey, but you're going to meet the people who are going to help you along the way. And I've got my passions of Kundalini yoga and divine feminine awakening. I've got so many tools which helped myself and helped myself move through the difficult, tough patches to move into the light. And there's so many people who can help us in this way. I'm also able to help my clients in this way. But what seems to happen is that this image is where you are going to land, or is going to help you in this transformation of where you are transforming to. It's almost like a soul map. That's how I could describe it. Maybe even a vision board for your soul. And why is it important for us to have soul paintings? Well, for me, I get so much strength from this now. And I did before, but I didn't understand it. It's always like I don't quite understand it. There's always this kind of journey that I don't quite understand. These images are coming through and I don't quite understand them, and then there's a journey through it. But why it's important now is that now I really get it. Now I've embodied her. I'm so much more powerful and in my power, and in my true alignment, soul alignment. And why is soul alignment important? It's always been important for me. I need mind, body, spirit in balance. And very often, actually, I'm very connected to spirit. Spirit has always been something easy for me to be connected to, and it was harder for me to connect to my body. So my whole yoga journey is about why didn't I want to be in my body? How to get back into my body, and now I'm in my body. What that means and how much more grounded I can be, and how I can use my gifts now that I'm physically in my body and connecting to the earth. And that's what that painting is a lot about, is how to be super connected to my power and be on the earth. And and I can speak to healers, and I really feel that I'm here for healers. It's very easy for us to drift off, and it's very easy us to be top heavy and to be open to the ethers and open to source, and yet find it so hard to keep our feet on the ground. And we're needed to have our feet on the ground so that we can shine our fullest light, and we can help in the most way we can help in this lifetime. So I would say that soul paintings are important because they help you quickly navigate how to align the soul part of our existence. And when our soul is aligned, and our body and our mind, and we have this balance, how much purpose we have in our life, and how much sense of satisfaction that we have, that we're not searching for this thing, this missing piece that you can't quite put your finger on. And why have I been gifted this? I have no idea. I'm an open channel for spirit, for connecting to spirit, for people to connect to spirit through me, through marks on a page, because the paintings are energetic marks on a page. And they often contain symbols, and the symbols the subconscious mind often recognizes. There's a part of it when I introduce people to their paintings, and I always hold soul activations, there is a click, and you see it. I see it in the face. There's a I get it, I don't understand it, I get it, I don't. There's a kind of click, click, click. And then there's the journey, and the journey's going to take place. But the person's been given this visual guide from their soul through me to take them there. So it feels almost like a little bit of maybe you're getting a bit of a helping hand, speeding up that journey. Because, you know, we're on this journey and we're making these decisions and paths. Very often we're making the same patterns and the same decisions, and we're going in the same cycles, and we can't cut out of them, and so on. And there's something about this visual guide where the soul goes, oh yeah, okay. You know, or the person goes, yeah, because it's their soul which has actually guided them. So this is the soul paintings. And I'm going to do a series of interviews with my clients about them. And please reach out if this intrigues you and you're interested. And I'm really, I was really happy that it happened to me. And it happened to me in a very, very difficult time this year. And I looked over her because she'd been put away, because I paint quite a lot and they get put away. And I looked over and I was like, oh, you can't see the light on it because it looks darker. I was like, oh, right. Okay, I gotcha. I get it now. And now I can really work with her, and I can really meditate. And she will vibrate through, and she is vibrating through me. So I hope that explains a little bit about soul paintings, and hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, reach out if you're interested. I typically like to, I will take on 2 to 3 clients a month. I don't do more than that. And that is because in order to create the painting, there's a 4-step, 3-step process. 3 steps. And the first one is that I do a crystal healing a crystal journey, crystal healing, crystal clearing, and that takes some time. And then I note everything down, and then we have a conversation. So I have a phone call with you as well, so we chat it through. Very often in this clearing, people feel they feel big shifts, and the information I've been given makes sense to them. And then I go through a process of forgetting everything, so that I can be the hollow bone. And then I'll sit down when the time feels right, I'm guided to, and I'll sit down in front of the paper and the marks will come through. And then as the marks come through, I'll often get that moment, and it's the big download moment where it's like, oh, boom, it comes through me really quickly, and it's really obvious to me that this is the really important part of the message that this person needs to hear. And then there'll be teachings throughout. And by the way, I send people little images of how it's, as it's going, I'll WhatsApp images of how it's progressing and how it's coming through, because the teachers are coming through at the same time. So it's a powerful process. I'm traveling and holding a lot of energy. So even though the painting, I may sit with the painting, painting may take one day, may only take half a day, or it may take 3 days. I've already started the process with the crystal journeying. So very often it's a whole week process. And then I like to cleanse completely. And then, so I feel like maximum I can take 3 a month. I've already have 2. I'm on my second one for this month. So for July, I have space. So call me and book appointments if you're interested. You want to talk more, you want to chat about it, just call me. Okay, thank you.